Hello, everyone. So the story, I'm going to do the one where you read a story, and the story that I'm going to read is Bear Has a Story to Tell. The reason I chose this book was because this is about us telling a story, and I figured this book would be a good book since it is telling a story and the sequence and events. So Bear has a story to tell. Bear has a story to tell. It was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy. But first, Bear had a story to tell. Mouse, would you like to hear a story? Asked Bear with a yawn. I'm sorry, Bear, said Mouse, but it's almost winter, and I have many seeds to gather. And there you can see him, see him walking here in the forest, and you can tell he's tired. Bear helped Mouse find seeds on the forest floor. When they had finished, Mouse, see you soon, and they tumbled underground to wait for spring. Bear took slow, sleepy steps through the forest. Fallen leaves crunched under his feet. And you can see him walking there with the leaves. It's a nice day out, but you can tell that the leaves are falling off the trees. Hello, Duck, said Bear, sitting down to rest his tired legs. Would you like to hear a story? I'm sorry, Bear, said Duck, but it's almost winter, and I am getting ready to fly south. I will miss you, Duck, said Bear. He raised his paw to check the direction of the wind. And there you can see him putting his hand up to see which way the wind's coming from. I will miss you too, said Duck, and off he flew. The sun was heavy and hung low in the sky. Bear's eyelids were getting heavy too. He counted colors to stay awake. 3 pink clouds, 2 red leaves, 1 green. Frog, hello, said Bear. Would you like to hear a story? I'm sorry, Bear, said Frog, but winter is almost over, and I have to find a warm place to sleep. And there's Frog, and he's telling Bear that he has to go find somewhere to sleep. Bear dug a frog-sized hole between the 2 evergreens. Then he tucked the frog in under a blanket of leaves and pine needles. Thank you, Bear, said Frog. I will see you in spring. Bear leaned against the old oak tree. He stretched and yawned and scratched his belly. I wonder if Mole is awake, he thought. Mole, are you there, Mole? Mole was already asleep. Good night, Mole, said Bear with a sigh. The first winter snowflake began to fall. And here you can see there's winter blue sky. Many months passed, and the sun returned. It melted the snow and woke the trees. Bear rolled out onto the green grass. It's spring, he said. Now I can tell my story. So now he's ready to tell his story. But first Bear brought Mouse an acorn. Thank you, Bear, said Mouse. Mouse was hungry after a long winter. Welcome home, Duck, called Bear. You must be tired from your journey. Bear showed Duck a shady mud pile he had found. Bear placed his frog in the sunshine till he was warm and awake. Frog opened one eye, then the other. Good morning, Bear. Bear, Mouse, Duck, and Frog waited all day for Mole to wake up. Finally, Mole poked his nose out into the moonlight. Mole said to Bear, would you like to hear a story? Bear gathered his friends. He sat up straight and cleared his throat. He puffed out his chest, and with all of his friends listening, what do you think would happen? Bear could not remember his story. It was such a good story, he said, hanging his head, but winter is a very long time for a bear to remember. The friends sat together for a quiet minute. Then Mouse said, maybe your story is about a bear. And Duck said, maybe your story is about a busy time just before winter. I think there should be other characters too, suggested Frog. Like a mole, he said, and a mouse, and a duck, and a frog. Bear sat up straight again. He cleared his throat. puffed out his chest, and began with his story. It was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy. The end. So this is a really good story to read because it has a story to tell. And the kind of activity I would do with kids based on art is I would have them draw a picture of the bear or one of the animals in the story that they enjoyed listening to. Thank you.